Good morning and welcome to Thursday of Lakewood's Next Daily Devotions. Today we're going to be looking at just a small verse to learn more about what it means to be a disciple of Jesus. In Matthew chapter 10, verses 24 and 25, it says, "A disciple is not above his teacher, nor a servant above his master." And then he says, "It is enough for the disciple to be like his teacher and the servant like his master." I just want to focus just for a couple of minutes today with that simple phrase. It is enough for the disciple to be like his teacher. You know, one of the things that I learned in the past and just always thought was very inspiring and profound is there was a statement that used to be said about a disciple in regards to his rabbi. In Bible times, disciples would be selected by a rabbi, and they would follow their rabbi everywhere, and they would listen to their teaching, and they would try to learn as much as they could learn from them. And something that used to be said to a disciple is this. They would say, it was like a prayer. They would say, "May you be covered in the dust of your rabbi." And what that simply meant was, may you walk so closely to your rabbi that you get covered in their dust as they walk. So they would say that as a blessing, as a prayer. May you be covered in the dust of your rabbi. And I want to encourage you today, when it comes down to it, that's what it means for you and me to be a disciple. We may not talk of it in that kind of language, but we understand what's being said. May we be covered in the dust of our rabbi. If we're going to, we need to simplify things down to what it means to be a believer, what it means to be a Christian, that it means becoming like Jesus. Scriptures tell us that Paul prayed that Christ would be formed in us. In Romans chapter 8, Paul said that we were called and we are predestined to be conformed into the image of His Son. So today I just want to simplify things. I just want to tell you, be like Jesus. That's where our focus just simply needs to be. Our goal and our mission and our purpose in life just needs to be to try to be like Jesus, to let Christ be formed in us. What's that look like? We should be thinking in our lives that the way that we live, does that look like Jesus? Or the things that we say, does that sound like Jesus? And the only way that you and I are going to be like Jesus is we have to know Jesus. We have to live in the Gospels. I like to tell people all the time, it's a commitment in my own life to just say that I want to live in the Gospels because we have to become like Christ. It's the most important thing that happens in our life is for you and me to become like Jesus. So just as they used to bless or pray for a disciple, I say that to you today. May you be covered in the dust of your rabbi. May you follow so closely to Jesus that Christ continues to be formed in you. And all the things that sometimes church and religion and everything, all of these things sometimes take on a life of their own. I'm here to tell you today that all that matters is for you and me to become like